Spiritual Ascension Energy and Symptoms, February 2025. Dear beautiful souls, Starseed, Blu-ray empaths, angelics, and light bearers are experiencing deeper shifts in awakening phases, where you take a step back for integration, being in the presence of your being. Some individuals are experiencing a cycle of purging or specific areas of release, while others are integrating the upgrades of new sensory awareness and multidimensional consciousness. You are experiencing a surge of light that is enhancing your energy system, leading to a profound awakening to new energetic signatures, which are paving the way for revolutionary change. These shifts can be quite physical and display a heightened sensitivity and emotions. They can range from being very joyful to deeply heartfelt and sensuous. There are stages of increased sensitivity to sound, smell, touch, light, and sight, where different frequencies of multiple dimensions can be accessed now in the Divine Body template. There are deep, sacred connections that allow you to access the new earth here, where beauty and connection are experienced deep within. There can be still moments in which you may feel alone in these shifts, awakenings, physical purging. Although you may not think of it this way, your awakening transformational ascension embodiment is causing far-reaching shifts and changes in humanity's consciousness, and within your soul groups. Your awareness of telepathy and soul merging has grown, as the channels of telepathy that connect one soul to another within the subtle energy of the universe. It is suggested to consult a healthcare professional for ascension symptoms, as not every symptom is from ascension. And though it may be an ascension symptom, you still may need assistance with the process. These are suggestions. Trust your own intuition. Some have already gone through some of these, and others may experience various degrees and levels. The spark of light God source connection that you may be more able to perceive, sense, or feel may be more pronounced in certain individuals, activities, places, and locations. Intense and powerful dreams. Periods of feeling exhausted or tired. Waking up feeling sore and achy. Times of not being able to get to sleep, and waking up, then not being able to go back to sleep. Extra sensitivity to cold and feeling cold. Numbness in hands or fingers upon waking. Heavy chest, shoulder blades, and neck hurting. Coughing that is releasing grief, sadness, and the past. Body shivers or feeling that you are internally shaking. Upper back pain between the shoulder blades, your wings of light. Ears ringing and tones in ears. Dizziness. Feeling inward and not wanting to leave your space. Deep cellular releasing of sadness, trauma, and grief. Following phases of purification, you are encountering new experiences with the divine source, the light, your higher self, and a sense of unity. Feeling the void periods or emptiness. The sense of emptiness can stem from a period of transition, where familiar routines and identities are no longer present, creating a void. There are also natural part of letting go of past attachments, making space for new growth and experiences. Thank you, beloveds, for coming to the planet, and remembering who you are, for being love when it has not been easy, and for letting go, forging ahead and your continued evolving. You are such a gift and presence here for all of creation. Message from the angels, using the 3D world to raise your vibe. My dear friends, we love you so very much. It is easy to fall into fear in an uncertain world. If you look at what your eyes can see and your ears can hear alone, you will be subject to the 3D world in ways you may or may not desire. When you look at or listen to something unkind, upsetting, or frightening, you naturally feel deflated and even powerless. It is also easy to tune into love, even in an uncertain world. When you listen to a symphony, or enjoy a view of the majesty of nature, you will feel uplifted, inspired, and elevated to new heights. When you look around and find people doing beautiful things such as baking bread, helping animals, praying, being kind to one another, etc., you can find much to love in your beautiful world. You can use the external world to raise yourself into a state of inspiration, awe, and wonder. You can, very deliberately, choose to focus on the things that inspire those feelings. It is far kinder to yourself to be this deliberate with your focus than to allow yourself to unconsciously focus on things that bring you down. As we've said so many times, the world is a buffet, and you get to pick and choose what you take in physically, mentally, emotionally, and even energetically. We understand the fear that arises when you look at the world and feel powerless to change the things you do not like. We have witnessed this in humanity for centuries, dear ones. We have also seen the souls that choose to align with God, love, and the good in life, who have experienced miracles in every aspect of their lives. There are people whose houses were left unscathed by the wildfires. There are those who avoid harm even in the path of a tornado that veers away from them at the last minute. There have been millions who lost jobs only to be faithfully guided to better, and those who never thought they could recover from loss, who have found an entirely new dimension of reality. The 3D world you can experience with your physical senses offers so much to inspire and uplift. For just a second, look at your own hand and marvel at the millions of cells, the vast communities of little beings that exist in your hand to help give you the amazing mobility you have, and that respond in a nanosecond to your desires. You see a piece of fruit, and before you have time to consciously think, that hand is reaching for the apple or the orange, obeying your will and catering to your desires. Look at the miracle that you are. And then, dear ones, look at the miracle of your technology. We are communicating with your heart directly, but our words in this letter come to you after bouncing off satellites in space. If you pause to think about your internet, you will be in awe of the amazing human minds that have pieced it together. We understand that it seems illogical that marveling at life's joys and wonders could possibly assist you when you feel insecure about your future or finances, but in truth, you are tuning yourself into a world of wonder and open to wonder. You are tuning yourself into a universe that offers so much, and, therefore, open to receiving so much. You are tuning yourself into the love that human beings have used in their infinite creativity, and the love the Creator had when it took form in your own cells and allowed you life, love, and free will. Dear ones, as you tune into anything that elevates you, you tune into an elevated reality. There will always be things that go on in the world that could concern you. There are over 8 billion people, all living from different perspectives. There will always be things in the world that uplift you. And there will always be a divine creator, a source of life, that lives in you, with you, around you, in all beings, and all things that is nothing less than infinite love, infinite intelligence, and the power that wants you to thrive. So, dear ones, when you look at the world, look to the things that inspire you, and let the rest go, because as you elevate yourself above the fear, anger, and other static that gets in the way of you perceiving the constant and steady broadcast of divine love, you will automatically begin to feel more secure, more in charge of your own life, in partnership with the divine, and more confident in the well-being that calls you forward to the things you desire. Even when you see things that bring you down, give yourself permission to look around for things that bring you up once again. As you learn to calibrate your energy back to those good feeling places, you will experience more and more of the good feelings and good realities that are offered in this steady stream of love that is always there for you. God bless you. We love you so very much. The Angels. The Pleiadian Council of Light, Instant Karma. Greetings, beloved ones, we are the Pleiadian Council of Light. We enjoy connecting with you. Thank you for this transmission. Many of you, who are aware of the transformation taking place, are realizing that an active timeline split is happening right now. Your vibrational state determines your position within this timeline split. During this period, energies are intensifying due to a series of rapid M-class solar ejections that have been ongoing for the past week of Earth's days. As these energies intensify, you are witnessing a significant unveiling of those who have been operating under negative agendas. The truth of their intentions is coming to light, and their actions are speaking louder than ever before. The darkness that has long been hidden is now being illuminated, allowing those who resonate with the light to see clearly. For those of you who are attuned to these heightened energies, you will find yourselves in a position to witness everything that unfolds around you. This is a time of revelation, where you are being shown all that no longer serves your highest good within these elevated frequencies. Moreover, the attacks from individuals harboring negative intentions is becoming increasingly frequent. In this energetic landscape, those who project negativity are experiencing a swift return of their actions, as the laws of karma are operating with remarkable speed. When there is negative intent directed towards those of you who have embodied higher vibrations, the natural flow of universal laws comes into play with an accelerated effect. This means that any harmful actions or thoughts aimed at you are not only being recognized, but are also being returned to the sender almost instantaneously. The higher frequencies that you embody act as a powerful shield of protection and strength, especially when faced with the negativity of others. The more you resonate with the light, the more effectively you repel these lower frequencies. This dynamic creates a protective barrier, allowing you to navigate through the challenges posed by those who may wish to disrupt your peace. The infinite light is a force that works alongside you when you align yourself within its flow. This also works both ways. As you create positive actions, you cultivate positive karma, which also brings an instant return of energies. Doing good unto others and sending love and healing vibrations to those in need will bring you beautiful and joyful experiences in your life, as you will receive the same energies that you express. In these transformative times, it is crucial to stand firm in your light, fully aware that you are enveloped in the protection and love of the Prime Creator. Embrace this period of transformation with confidence, knowing that your higher vibrational state not only shields you from negativity, but also empowers you to transcend the limitations of the lower frequencies. As you continue to embody these higher energies, trust that you are part of a greater unfolding. One that leads towards a more enlightened existence. We love you, and are here with you. We are the Pleiadian Council of Light. Pleiadians of Alcyone. A spotlight on synchronicity. Exploring the nature of consciousness is not just a fun philosophical exercise. Just as learning the rules of a video game allows you to play better and go farther, learning the mechanics of reality allows you to leverage them on your behalf for a more beautiful life. We have all had those seemingly miraculous or uncanny experiences, where everything perfectly comes together in a way that defies the odds. It can look like chance or luck, like being in the right place at the right time to meet someone, encounter an important new idea, or witness something profound. Sometimes, those chance events can change the course of our life. But what is luck really? Some call it synchronicity, originally defined by Carl Jung as the meaningful coincidence of two or more events, where something other than probability is at work. He saw it as an causal connecting principle, meaning these events are not linked by direct cause and effect, but instead by underlying meaning. In metaphysical circles, some believe synchronicities are spiritual messages, or divine guidance. Some would say such events are meant or destined to happen because they put us on our life's path. Others see certain synchronicities as further and or fulfillment of a soul contract, such as with another person, or for a predetermined purpose. It is not my goal to strip synchronicity of its supernatural feeling or personal meaning. I delight in synchronicity for the wonder and amusement it brings to my life, and have set intentions around experiencing consciousness that way. But, as with all things, there are empowering and enlightening ways to look at synchronicity and ways that subtly undermine your agency. Understanding the orchestration always at work opens up a fundamentally different approach to life. Instead of worrying about making things happen, or stressing about needing money to do something, you learn to align with the energetic forces, and allow your creations to come to you. Whatever is needed will be there. A wonderful synchronicity recently put me at a gong collector's house on top of a mountain. About a week prior, curiosity brought me to a Facebook group for psychedelic light practitioners, despite my aversion to the platform. The first post I saw was a woman asking if anyone offered services in the Asheville area. I don't actively market my services, nor live particularly close to Asheville, but I responded. Her aunt contacted me and came for a session. In our brief visit, she mentioned a friend who collects gongs and plays for people on a word-of-mouth basis. He happened to live 5 minutes from where I was already planning to be a couple days later. Being a gong lover and practitioner, I called him, which led to making a new friend, having an enlightening conversation about consciousness and sound, and enjoying a powerful gong meditation without any money being exchanged. There appears to be a sequence of events connecting long ago choices, like purchasing the light therapy lamp, and moving cross-country, to interim choices, like buying an event ticket in a neighboring state, and to more present moment choices, like responding to a Facebook post and calling the man on the mountain. But Jung was right that convergence cannot be explained by direct cause and effect. I didn't have the gong experience because I bought the lamp. It was simply part of the package assembled by the intelligent engine of consciousness. My role was to sustain focus around exploring consciousness in novel ways, which includes being curious about sound frequencies, and wanting to meet people who can hold a conversation about such things. Then, when presented with an opportunity, I followed up on it, activating that pattern matching. The rest was orchestrated for me, which points to a larger truth. Without us even knowing, all the pieces will be there. Whatever connections need to happen, whatever conditions need to be in place, and whatever resources are needed will be assembled to create the experience in the moment. Because we have the perception of time, it seems sequential, but it isn't. With all moments happening concurrently in the timelessness of the field, it is drawing together all of the pieces to fit the puzzle, or the pattern, like a supercharged magnet attracting across time and space. We are the meaning makers. Synchronicity is a label we have given to our observation of automatic processes of reality simulation. Like a lot of metaphysical concepts, the idea of synchronicity tries to explain a process that has not been well understood and has fallen victim to more magical or religious thinking. This doesn't make it meaningless. It just reveals the source of meaning. As our own consciousness giving us feedback on the strengthening patterns in our life, whether we consider those positive or negative. We tend to say it's synchronicity when we enjoy the result, and bad luck when we don't, but the same energetic forces are at play. What synchronicity really tells us is that, 1. We are becoming more aware of the creative process, and 2. There is strengthening resonance and growing amplitude around a particular pattern. This is because higher resonance tends to attract more resonant elements and create more noticeable patterns, which become more visible and prevalent as the energy amplifies. Said another way, synchronicity may indicate a stronger magnetic charge around a sustained idea or belief, and where your dominant frequency is taking you. Synchronicity is not a sign from any external messenger, but an indication to us, by us, of where there is building momentum. For example, if you believe seeing repeating numbers, like 1111 or 444, means you are on the right path, and you keep seeing those numbers, it means you are resonating with the idea of being on the right path. It is similar to how tarot and oracle cards work. When you pull a certain card, it is because you are resonant with the message it contains. This doesn't override the idea of guides or angelic helpers. I believe those beings help direct our awareness to certain things and perhaps nudge things along by lending their energy to them. But what they can't do is override our frequency. They can't create resonance where there is none. Nor can they, or anyone, violate our free will to make our own choices. This is an important point foundational to understanding consciousness. There is no external authority. Your consciousness itself, a fractal of the one mind of Source, exploring itself through endless expressions and possibilities. Whatever you need is capable of being provided by you because it is all your energy. The intelligence operating through you is limitless. We set things up a certain way to facilitate the game of human reality, but any constraints are perception only. Synchronicity seems random and unexpected, but it is perfectly orchestrated by our larger consciousness using its inherent intelligence to support our individual and collective growth. Consciousness has no constraints. What this means is that whatever dream you hold in your heart is possible. where people often stumble is by making assumptions about what needs to happen or what they need to have before the dream can be realized. These assumptions usually act as constraints because they limit the conditions for creation. Because the field takes its commands from us, however we say it needs to be, it shall be. If you set up a lot of interim steps and dependencies, you will need to resonate with and create each of those steps before the dream can happen. All the while, you are bringing a lower frequency to it, because you haven't actually embraced your full creative power. You aren't believing in the limitlessness of intelligence to assemble a package that doesn't require baby steps. Consciousness doesn't put conditions on your dream, you do. As I ask of my coaching clients, where are you making assumptions about what needs to happen? For example, perhaps you want to travel the world. You believe you need to get a certain job with a certain salary, to save a certain amount of money, to be able to do it. There is nothing wrong with that, but it is not the only way, nor perhaps the most efficient way. It's kind of like setting up a dating profile with a long list of filters, like he or she has to be tall, wealthy, like dogs, want kids, share the same religion, and so forth. The more constraints you impose, the smaller the pool of possibilities. Instead, when we allow infinite intelligence free rein to assemble and optimize the package from the total field of potentials, we can access solutions beyond our human imagination. When we relinquish our insistence on a particular form and focus instead on the essence and qualities we want, we expand the pool of available potentials and allow opportunities to come to us again. In the moment of manifestation, whatever is needed will be there. It is a holistic pattern matching process, not a linear chain of events. To consciousness working with energy, material things like money or a car are not a hurdle, nor somehow harder for consciousness to create. The question then shifts from how can I make this happen to how big can I dream? Creating in the eternal now. What I've been building toward in my recent essays is an understanding of reality that is holistic rather than linear, pattern-based rather than causal, created in every moment rather than fixed, responsive to your consciousness rather than externally driven, and organized and optimized to support its own endless exploration and expansion through you. Because reality is perceptual, not physical, it is not constrained by a linear causation. Synchronicities aren't a sequential unfolding but revelations of the actual pattern-based nature of reality emerging into our awareness. We can think of them like cosmic winks, realizing that it is the aspect of our consciousness beyond human perception that is offering feedback on where we are headed. All is available to us when we learn to cooperate with natural forces and assume total responsibility for our experience. While it is wonderful to be surprised and delighted at what shows up, we can know that it came to be through our focus, attention, and resonance with the essence of it. What matters is where we place our energy and what choices we make in coherence with them. Above all, our frequency determines what we are a match for. Being in the highest state possible, full of joy, wonder, and the spirit of the source you are, will make you an open vessel for anything you can dream. The 9D Arcturian Council, living as a hybrid being on Earth. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. You are remarkable beings, and many other beings throughout the galaxy and the universe are taking notice of humanity. You have traveled quite a bit to get to where you are, to lower your vibration enough to be able to have the myriad experiences that you do there on Earth, and all of it is fascinating to consciousness from all across this universe. We get to share the galaxy of the Milky Way with all of you, and we feel very fortunate to be able to call you our galactic family. We know that the choice to be there on Earth is often questioned by you throughout the life that you are living. And we know that you can be facing many different challenges all at once. And we want you to know that it serves you very much at times just to let go. Let go of the idea that you are supposed to be somewhere other than where you are. Let go of the notion that you should be further along than you are right now. Let go of any attachment that you have to your life being different from how it is right now. Let go, and let go some more, and you will find yourself sinking comfortably into the now moment, where you can, upon letting go of the struggle, just settle in and experience it. Experience it from the knowing that you are creating it for your own highest good. Experience it with the knowing that it will be changing all the time, no matter what it is that you are experiencing. Experience reality as it is right now with the knowing that you can access more of who you really are when you slow down and stop altogether, and you can be more of a human/source energy hybrid. And as you recognize this, you can see how facing emotions is a big part of the ride, a big part of the journey, because much of what you do there on Earth is to cover up, to mask, to suppress, to numb yourselves to one or more emotions. But as you face them, and move through them, you become more powerful, like steel that has been forged by fire. You become ready for what is coming next, and you can experience whatever is coming next in a new and more aligned way, because when you find yourself, you find your whole self. And your whole self, when guiding you, can do so with far more knowledge from the higher mind. We want you to know that we feel you have been doing a wonderful job, under the circumstances of all that life has to throw at you, and we want you to know that it's also going to get better, because the higher consciousness that is upon you is taking effect. You are being gripped by higher frequency energies, and you are shaking loose all that is lower vibrational. And you are becoming one with your whole selves, so that you can experience this next period of your lives with much more joy, love, excitement, and peace in your hearts, and that's all you can ever really ask of yourselves. Change your experience of reality right now, and change everything. That is the way to live as one who is a human/source energy hybrid. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Source: arrayoflight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light. Click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.